Hey girls, good morning. So coming to you in black and white because I've barely had my coffee this morning, but I am ready to get chatting with you. So guys, getting started the right way, essentially, okay? So there's a couple of things here that I've done. There's one thing in here that I wish I've done, and like when I first started anyway. And all the things that I had done when I first started, and the one thing that I wish I had done when I first started, are all the things that I do today, and they still help me build and do everything that I need to do to progress and help you guys and to build this team. Some of my dynamic has changed a little bit because I have all of you beautiful faces, so that gets added in too. But the majority of this is my whole run to getting from white to yellow to pink and getting paid off my team. And since I hit pink, when I went back through my back office, there was only 2 months since I hit pink the first time that I didn't get paid as at least pink for the month. So these things work. They work. And you just have to get out there and you just have to do them, especially when you're just starting. I mean, when you're just starting, everything is exciting. You want to take that fire, keep that fire lit, light that fire under other people, and just be so excited about things, okay? That is a huge, huge thing. All right, so thing number one, I'm going to kind of keep a list here because I don't want to forget to go over stuff. So number one is being consistent and being excited, okay? Let me write it down. So being consistent and being excited. This is huge. This was huge when I first started. When I got my kit, the first thing that I did was I unboxed my kit live. I was terrified up to the point of me getting my kit because, like, I had put that in my head that this is when I'm going to go live. I'm going to go live and I'm going to unbox my kit. And I was scared to death. It was scary. I was like, do I really want to go live? I had been taking selfies of the products that I had up to that point. And I had been telling people that I started with this amazing company and I was so excited. And I had built a VIP group. So I had built the excitement. And I was like, oh my goodness, I have to do this live. I have to do it live. So when my kit came in the box, I was freaking out. And I set my phone up and I clicked go live and I unboxed my kit and I really just focused on the box. I actually stabbed the box with scissors because I was really nervous. But it was a really good live for me to do first, I felt like, because once I hit that live button and once I started going through the box, and I was so excited about all the stuff that came because, I mean, back then, the kit now is huge, guys. It's huge. Back then it was still it's always been $99, but back then it was samples. I got lip gloss samples and all the skincare samples because the skincare was new. Royalty was new. Before that, they had a couple of skincare items and they completely revamped that and got the Royalty skincare. And so those things were all brand new. Splash was new. I was super excited. And one of the main things that I got that kit for was because there was a Sentimental Matte Splash lipstick in it. And I was like, oh my God, I need that. And so I had that before anybody else had that. I had that before Erin had it and everything. She had to wait until the first of the next month. This was September 15th. So she had to wait until October 1st to order her Splash. So I got that in my kit. And what else was in there? There was a Splurge, a couple of eye brushes, and obviously then it was just 3D, so I had 3D, which I was terrified to use. I had no idea how to use that. So it was samples. It was a lot of samples, and a couple of full-size products, and the full-size products only totaled a little over $200. So you guys are getting way more stuff in your kit, plus you're getting all 3 lash items, which is amazing, okay? And then we just had the 3D. So that's how much we've progressed. And it's been like a year and a half. So really exciting. I'm excited to see where we go in the next year and a half. So I had these items in my kit, and I had a couple of things that I gotten previously. I got in the foundation originally, and that's what really turned me on to this, because my skin does not like foundation, and this is the only foundation that I've been able to use that doesn't break my skin out like crazy bad. So it doesn't break my skin out at all, but anything else, like, it's real bad. So I was so excited, and unboxing my kit live, I was like a kid in the candy store. I'm pulling this stuff out, and I'm like, oh my goodness, look at this. They sent you this. It's full size. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to try this Splash lipstick, because I'm the only one that has it. Nobody else has it. You can only get in the kit. Like, I was ecstatic. I was all hyped up. I was so excited. So those nerves of hitting the live button, like, really turned into excitement for me. And then I carried that through the rest of my business. You know, I was really excited in my VIP group. I was like, ladies, I'm doing flash sales, and this is really exciting because this is how I can give you a discount, and I can add my little personal touch to your package and send it to you. And everybody's like, oh, I love a discount. Yay, let's do it. And I have training on flash sales that I can send you guys to, because when you're first starting, you want to make sure that you're not losing out any money when you're doing flash sales, so you want to make sure that you're doing it correctly, okay? And I wouldn't do a flash sale every single day, okay? I like to do flash sales on Fridays. Flash sale Friday, yay. So I like to do flash sales on Fridays, so I wouldn't go about doing like a bunch of flash sales every single day. I would kind of space it out. Fridays, holidays, and promotion months are big for flash sales. Okay. But I was just excited. I hit the live button doing my makeup. Everybody kind of watched me progress. I didn't know how to do a smoky eye. I had to watch YouTube tutorials. What I kept doing was just typing in like how to do this, how to use this. There was a video on how to use palette 5 that I put in because I really love palette 5, but I was scared to death of how to use it. I was like, what do I do with all these colors? So I just watched YouTube tutorials. That's actually what I did my entire time that I was at work, because I was working evening shift, and now evenings has completely changed in my work. Just like this business, everything is just like moving in my life. But when the last week I worked evening shift, I was really excited because I was like, oh, I get to work evenings. Like, I'll have like a 3-hour block of time where I can just like catch up on some PD. And I ran my butt off all evening long and didn't even get to watch any videos. But when I first started this, evenings was a lot different. We ended like our outpatient stuff at like 7, and then I was able to like go from 7 to 10 and just watch YouTube videos of how to do my makeup, and that's what I did. So definitely put that into your life somehow. Learning how to do your makeup. We're not experts. We don't have to be experts to start this business. So learn how to do things and show them, be excited that you're learning this, tell them that you're learning this, and let them follow you with your process, because that makes you relatable. Okay, we're not like these like magic creatures. We're not a bunch of unicorns that can just magically do all these things. And we're people too, and we want to make sure that everybody sees that in us. So I was excited. I love these products, and then I was showing everybody the excitement and my learning and how I was getting through things. Okay, and I did that every single day. I showed up from the day that I decided that I was going to do this until today, and I will do it tomorrow. I show up every single day. You have to show up every single day. The second you don't show up, the second you have to start over when you start to show up again. So you want to show up every single day, okay? So being consistent and being excited was huge. That is my number one. You want to make sure that you're doing both of those things, okay? Number 2 was starting my brand and my VIP group. And you can change this, okay? Just don't make a big deal out about picking your brand, okay? I kind of fed off Erin because Erin is Erin's Glam Shop. So I was like, oh, I'll do Kayla's Glimmer and Glam. I just added that glimmer in because I'm a little glimmery anyway. And I love that brand for myself now, and I'm going to keep that. That is my business name. And then I've added to that, and like, I have my unicorns now. My VIP is my unicorns. It's Unicorn VIP rather than Kayla's Glimmer and Glam VIP. So that can be changed. So if you have a brand and then a year from now decide that you really don't like your brand, it doesn't fit you, you can revamp, and it's perfectly fine. It's not a big deal, okay? But definitely set yourself up to be who you are. You want people to be able to talk about you as your brand, okay? You want to stick out because other people do this too, and you want to be the one that sticks out to people. And if you have questions about branding, you can ask me those because everybody's going to be different. It's going to be it's your personal touch on your business, basically, is what it is. But I set up my VIP group, and that was where I was putting people, and I was bringing them, and I was like, this is me, this is my business, and I had a little like eraser cutout thing that I would put on stuff, and that's all progressed too. I have a logo and stuff now, like the team has a logo, like, no, that's all stuff that you can build up to later. But when you're first starting, you just want to be like, guys, this is my VIP group, this is my business, this is what I'm going to stick out with. And you bring that onto your main page too, and you're just like I bring it to my main page, you're like, oh my goodness, my unicorn VIPs, like they're getting spoiled today, because we can't say sale on our main wall. So I'm like, they're getting spoiled today. You'll want to check it out, and direct people into my VIP group. And I like to do that too because not everybody has their notifications set to all. So just because I'm posting in there doesn't mean that people are going to see it. So I want to post on my main wall so they see it on my main wall and they're like, she's got a sale going on. And then they go into my VIP group. Okay. So you want to just kind of become yourself. Okay, and like put that out there, and you want to have a VIP group. And this is where I found the most success when I was first starting, was in my VIP group. I had my VIP group. I did a launch party in there. Okay, I literally just took other people's stuff and copied and pasted it into my launch party. I didn't like try to script myself. I didn't have pictures. I didn't have a lot of stuff, so I used a lot of Erin's pictures. I used a lot of Jen Hagemeyer had one that I used a lot of. I was pulling from people, and I was pulling their wording because I don't have time. I work a full-time job. I don't have time to create an entire 10-day party of all these products with my own wording. And you guys probably don't either. And if you do, go for it. If you're creative and want to do that, absolutely have at it. But you don't have to. You can duplicate what's already been done. Take it and use it, and just copy and paste. And when you copy and paste stuff, I always go back through and change words and rescript stuff. Like if I copy from Erin, she says like sister a lot and stuff, like, there's certain words that I don't say and people know that I don't say, so I just take that out, put my own word in. Okay. Jen Hagemeyer, when I was copying her stuff, a lot of stuff is like, hey babe stuff, like, that's not me either. So I take that stuff out and I put in my own wording. So you just kind of change things to fit you, but mainly what you're doing is just copy and pasting. You don't have to go through and change the world. You really don't. But that was important too, because then people knew who I was and what I was doing, and I didn't have to explain myself. Okay, so I kind of built that, and I let everybody know what I was doing too. I went out there and I was like, I'm starting this business. It's really fun. I'm going to be doing a lot of makeup stuff. It's great. Like all this stuff. I had to go yell at Maggie. Hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. With that too, I let everybody know that I was doing this. I wasn't just throwing them in this group and being like, just showing them stuff. Like, I was like, guys, I'm starting this and I'm so excited and it's been really fun so far. And I love doing this. This has been so fun. Like, I was so excited. And so I really built up my VIP group, and I really built up my presence on my Facebook main wall. That's important. I did all my lives on my main wall. I did a lot of posts on my main wall, and then I did a lot of selling out of my VIP group. Okay. And I still do to this day. I still do that. The third thing that I did was I was literally asking everybody to have a party. Okay. I asked my mom to have a party. My mom has been my biggest supporter, which is weird. Like, if you ask anybody else, like, other than maybe Aaron's mom's pretty supportive too. But if you ask, like, anybody else in this business, it took a long time for their moms to be supportive of them, okay? Same for, like, a lot of family members. Like, your family is most likely not going to be interested for a while, and it's totally okay. You still ask them, and then they say no, and you're just like, okay, well, I'm going to show you that I can do this, and you show them. Like, I wouldn't tell them that you're going to show them that you can do this, but then you just keep doing it, and eventually they'll get the picture, and they'll come along, and they're just like, oh yeah, she's got something here. And so, like, I asked my mom, to have a party. At that point in time, I was doing beauty boot camps, and that was the script that I was using. So, I was like, do you want to have a beauty boot camp with me? It's like 10 days of learning how to do makeup with me, and it's really fun. And she said yes. And then I asked my friend Megan, and I asked, oh my goodness, I asked so many people. I asked my friend Jana. I was just asking, and they either said yes or they said no. And if they said yes, I'm like, okay, I'm going to get it set up, like, as soon as tomorrow, or on Wednesday, or however you want to do it, wherever you want to book them. And I wish that I had coached them a little better back then, but I think I was, like, so excited, and I got them so excited too that I didn't really need to coach, because actually those parties were, like, pretty successful. But I think it was all the excitement. I stayed excited. You see how that keeps coming up? Like, the excitement. You ought to be excited. People like being excited. So I had these parties, and I set them up, and that was before you could schedule on Facebook. So I was, like, having to remember to go in and post every single time. Now I have a program that's automated that posts on Facebook, and there's Facebook Scheduler that you can use too. So there's options. You can do options. You have options to do these things. But I asked everybody to have a party with me. Every single person. Okay. And I just kept going through, and I kept adding all their friends from the party, and I didn't get bummed out if their party happened to be 0. And I'm very generous, and I was making rewards out of my VIP group too. So I would take my reward, and I would offer the hostess either a half off or maybe a mascara or something, or a lip gloss. Like, if they really tried in their party and they invited their friends and they were trying and just they didn't get any orders, I still offered them something, because they weren't getting hostess rewards, but I wanted to give them something for hosting with me. So I would give them a half off so they could pick, or I'd give them a mascara or something. But I used my rewards that I built up from my VIP group, okay? So it was kind of a cycle. So I had my VIP group, and I was doing flash sales, and I was doing all that stuff and spoiling my customers and getting them interested in trying some of the stuff, especially the foundation, because I was in love with the foundation, and getting them ordering stuff. So I've got orders going in. I did a lot of ordering for my customers. I put in bulks orders all the time, and then they come into me, and I split it out, and I shipped it out for them. I did that. I did a ton of that, because that makes people feel a little more special when you're putting your own personal touch on a package. Like, I put candy in there and a little thank you card, and I signed the thank you card and sent it out. Okay. So I was putting these personal touches on stuff, but I was taking all of those orders and putting those orders in under my own party. And now I'm building up rewards for myself. Okay. When I first started out, like, that first week I hit yellow, like, from the time that I unboxed my kit until, like, the end of the month. It might have been like 10 days or something, but I had like $1,000 party, or close to $1,000 party, my first, like, 10 days in this business. So I had a ton of rewards from that. And then the rest of what I had that got me into yellow was I asked everybody else to have a party with me. Okay. So I kept asking people, and then I was adding them to my VIP group, and I was adding them as friends. And I was just growing, and I just kept doing that over and over and over again. And that brings me to the fourth thing. Okay, number 4. And this is what I wish I had done now that I've done this. I wish that I had done this, and I do this now. Okay, so the customer follow-up. Okay, every customer, new customer, every time you follow up with them, ask them if they want to do this with you. Okay, because building your team is huge. You want to build your team. I mean, I ran into Pink pretty much by myself. My friend Megan had a party with me, and her party was really successful, and she liked the products. So she ended up getting a kit with me, and then she ran a couple of her own parties, and she got qualified, and together we hit Pink, but it was just me and her, which is totally doable. I mean, you can do it with 2 people, because I did. But it's a lot easier to hit Pink, and then it's way easier to hit Blue. And you definitely need it to hit Green, is having other people join you and being on your team. So, what I wish I had done and what I do now, this is what I had to learn. Like, I listen to all this personal development, and, I learn all these things, and I act on them. So the one thing that I wish that I had done then, which I didn't know what I was doing. I was just like flying by the seat of my pants, and I was really excited about everything. And so I was making gains in this business because I was so excited about stuff. So I just let it go. But follow up with your customer. So every time somebody orders something, okay, and they get it. Whether you can see in your back office, if it's been delivered, and if you mail stuff out yourself, you get the tracker, so you can look. But normally, if you mail it out yourself, it's like 2 days. And it's a little bit. I always have to look in the back office to see if it's shipped from corporate, But anyway, so once they get it, go ahead and message them and be like, "Hey, girl, did you get your stuff? Did you get a chance to try them yet?" And they're going to respond either yes or no. And if they say yes, be like, "Oh my gosh, did you love it?" And this is a good way too, because if they say no, they're probably doing something wrong, and you can kind of figure that out and help them. And also, if they really just don't like it, you can help them through the return process, which is actually pretty easy now, and it's no big deal. So you want to do that, because that makes that person a customer for life, because you're helping them. Okay. And if they say yes, I love it, be like, "Oh my gosh, girl, since you love the products, have you ever thought about doing what I do? Or have you ever thought about doing what I do?" Just ask them that. It's really simple. And they're either going to say yes or no. And if they say no, they're going to give a reason. And then you can do feel, felt, found. Okay. And there's tons of videos on that if you want a little more help into understanding that process. But then you do feel, felt, found, and be like, so a lot of what I get is, "No, I'm way too busy." So I say, "I totally understand that. When I first started," and you want to make this you. So the feel part is got to be you. Okay. It's got to be you, or you can use somebody else. You guys can use me for this. Like, if you guys are truly not busy and don't know how to answer that and don't have a feel for that, you'd be like, "I totally understand that, but my upline, Kayla, when she first started," like, you can say that, okay? Or somebody else in the business. It doesn't matter. So I say, "Oh my gosh, girl, I totally understand that." You want to say, "I understand," because otherwise you're arguing and you don't want to argue. So I'm like, "Oh my gosh, girl, I totally understand that. When I first started, I was so busy. I was working a full-time job, and I had crazy hours, and I had to take call. And what I found was that it was all on Facebook and on my phone. So I was able to do it." That's normally the found answer is, "It's on my phone." But yeah, so normally the negative that I get is, I'm too busy. I'm just like, yeah, so am I. I work like crazy. Okay, I have a full-time job. I take call and I'm running around. I have a 45-minute commute to Ithaca. But I can't just say that. You want to put it in a way that is not argumentative and that you're actually that they know that you're actually listening to them. So that's why you say, I understand. I felt the same way. But what I found was, okay, so whatever their no is, you just want to build off that, okay? Feel, felt, found. Huge, huge, huge. If you need other videos on that, let me know. I'll get you directed. But I wish I had done that to every single person because I didn't. And I should have. Because I thought, I need the customer. I need them to be my customer. I need my PRS to be really high. And what I found since then is that that's not the case. Because those customers, they're going to do something. Whether they just take the kit or whatever it is that they do. And, but they're going to place their own orders and have PRS that's going to go into my company, you know, so they're going to be adding to my company way more than if they're just buying from me. Someone might buy like $1,000 for the whole year from you as your customer, but if they get the kit, they might order for their mom or their sister, and now they're putting $3,000 in because they're ordering for their mom and their sister plus themselves because they have this discount. Or what's even better than that is they actually do stuff with this business, which when you're presenting this to them in the Feel, Felt, Found, a lot of times they do try to do something with the business and can be very successful with that and build huge teams. Because our team is amazing. And I mean, that's why I started, was because I got in here and I was like, oh, look at all these girls being successful. It's really exciting. And so that gave me motivation to keep doing what I was doing. So when you get the customer to become a presenter under you, and, the other thing with the Feel, Felt, Found is I always like to end with, but even if you change, or no worries either way, if you change your mind, I'm always your makeup girl. Because that takes the pressure off, and that's true too. So if somebody grabs a kit and then they don't really do anything with it, that door is still open. They're still my customer if they don't want to do stuff, okay? So that always can happen too. But you want to get them in your team and to see things, and you want to build this way, and that's the easiest way to do it, okay? And I just ask them once, and once they tell me no, you know, I'm just like, okay, you know, I let them think about it, and they're going to be seeing me because I'm a page all day long. So they're going to be seeing me anyway. And then maybe 2 months later, maybe 6 months later, maybe a year from now, they come back and they're just like, hey, I really want to do this. I'm like, yes, absolutely. Let's go. And I get them all set up. Okay. So you want to put that idea in their head at least. You want to plant the seed. If nothing else, you want to plant the seed, okay? And do that with every single person. Every single person that orders from you, every single person that has a party with you. Do that. Ask them. And when you're first starting, you know, there's all these ways of like making a list of 100. But if you're doing this, you're getting through your list of 100. If you're following up with your customers and with people that you've had parties with, and asking them if they want to do this with you, you're getting through a list of 100, okay? So follow-up is huge. Follow-up is huge. Asking them to join is huge. And that's building your team. So that is those 4 things are getting you through the whole process to build a amazing makeup business and do what you need to do, okay? So recap. 1, be consistent, be excited, okay? Be consistent, be excited. You gotta be excited, okay? No one wants to watch a blob, and no one gets excited about a blob. So be excited. Be excited about this. This is an exciting business. 2 is branding in your VIP. You know, you want to set yourself up so that people know who you are and what you're doing. So you want to tell people what you're doing. You want to set up your VIP group. And you want to defer people from your main wall into your VIP group, and you want to launch in your VIP, and, you know, that's where you're going to do your sales, and you're going to spoil and do all that fun stuff, okay? Number 3 is party. Party, 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 party. Do as many parties as you can, okay? even now, 5 is about what I do a week. I do about 5 a week. And that's a lot. So, but I also work full time. So if you're not working full time, if you want to do more, go ahead and do more. Whatever you are comfortable with. If you start a bunch of parties, if you start like 10 parties all at once, and then you're just like, this is too much, okay? Don't keep doing 10 parties. You can do 5, okay? If you're so crazy busy, you can only fit in 2, just do 2. Whatever you can do. But you want a party. You want to ask every single person that you know if they want to have a party with you. And I don't ever use the party term. I use, right now, my script is Glimmer and Confidence, which is a makeup class. So I asked them if they want to have a makeup class with me, or you can do booty boot camp, or you can do booty bash, but I don't ever say the word party. Okay. So, but ask them, and then follow up with every single person that has had a party or is your customer. Follow up with them and ask them if they want to do what you do. All right. So those 4 things, and that is the basics. Those are the building blocks of this business. And if you keep doing that, you're just going to build and build and build and build and build, especially if you're consistent every single day and you're excited every single day, you're going to keep building. And before you know it, you're going to be hitting green and you're going to be getting car bonuses. Okay. So be excited and keep rolling. All right. If you have any questions, please ask me. I am always, always here for you. All right. Love you, girls.